Hi Trinity friends, I'm here today with my friend Carol, and we have with us Dragon and Green Gorilla and all of our other friends. And today I want to tell you a story about Jesus one day when he went to the temple. And here's what happened. You ready, Gorilla? Yeah, you are. Okay. Jesus wanted to pray in the temple in Jerusalem. The temple was the biggest church in the whole country. Jesus walked around the temple. It was very beautiful. But Jesus saw something there that made him feel angry. What's that, Gorilla? You don't think about Jesus being angry? No, I don't often think about Jesus being angry either. But in this story, Jesus is angry. You want to hear more?
Well, Dragon says he gets angry.
Oh, okay.
And you know what happens when dragons get angry.
Oh, I do know what happens when the dragons get angry. Well, let's hear what happened when Jesus got angry. People came to the temple to worship God. As part of their worship, they gave some money. They needed a special kind of money to take inside the temple. The people got this special money from money changers. The money changers took ordinary money and gave people the temple money. Some of the money changers cheated people, especially the poor people, and that's what made Jesus very angry. Jesus walked right up to the money changers. He grabbed their tables and turned them over. The money rolled on the floor. Don't you know, Jesus yelled at them, this is God's house. It should be a place where everyone comes to pray. But you are making it a den of robbers. The money changers scrambled all over trying to pick up their money. Then they went to the rulers. Did you see what Jesus did? They cried. That Jesus, said the rulers. We've got to get rid of him somehow. Oh. Yeah, that's scary when you hear them saying they've got to get rid of Jesus, isn't it? Yeah, that is scary. Yeah. Well, the second thing I want to read for you today is called The Bread of Life. And it's a story about how Jesus fed people with lots of people and ate with lots of people. And here it goes. It's called The Bread of Life. There is something that people all over the world eat. Think about it. Sometimes it is long and skinny, or round, or even a rectangle. It has different names like naan, chapati, pita, tortilla, and bagels. But it's all the same. Do you know what it is, Dragon? Yeah?
He says it's bread.
It is bread.
And you know when he likes to eat it? To cool off his mouth after he's breathed fire.
Oh, man. I bet he could toast bread easily.
I bet he could.
Yeah. It's bread. Here's a story Jesus told about himself when he used something really familiar, bread, to help people know more about him. Jesus shared a lot of meals during his life. He ate meals at home with his family. He ate meals on the road with his friends. He ate fish on the beach with his friends after they caught a day's catch. He ate at meals and parties and weddings. He even made sure that they had enough wine to keep the party going. And there are more stories about Jesus feeding people, stories that you may have read and know about. Which ones do you remember?
Yeah.
After feeding a very large crowd with only 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish, Jesus was talking with his disciples. They were trying to figure out how God wanted them to live. They asked Jesus, "What does God want from us? And what kinds of things are you doing that will help us know how we are to live?" They remembered stories they passed down from their parents and grandparents. We know that many years ago, after they left Egypt, people were hungry in the wilderness. We have been told that God fed them special bread that came down from heaven. What's that, Gorilla? Yes, it was called manna. You have been listening very carefully when we've been telling those stories. Good job, Gorilla. Jesus said, "You are right. God fed them bread. God gave them life." And then it was like a light went on for the disciples. They told Jesus, "We want bread like that." Jesus looked at them and smiled. "I am the bread of life. I am the nourishment that feeds you. I am the force that gives you life. Anyone who follows me will not be hungry. If you listen to what I am saying and do what I am teaching, you will not be thirsty. Everyone whom God sends will come to me, and I won't turn anyone away." Jesus let his friends think about what he said for a few minutes. And then he started walking again. Carol, why do you think we have so many stories about Jesus eating with people?
Well, eating is a way to be part of a family, even if it's not your blood relatives. It is a family that you are close to. It's a way to share information, and it's a way to listen and see what's going on, because conversation during meal times is very, very important.
Right, it's a way people connect with one another. You know, like when you go out for a meal with friends or with your family, or when you share a meal in someone's home or go on a picnic. All kinds of meals are ways that we connect and enjoy each other's company. And Jesus did that with lots of people. Yeah. And sometimes we eat together in church for the same reason. We eat together so we connect with one another. And that meal also, when we eat the bread and the juice, connects us directly with God and with Jesus. And that's exactly, it's like sitting down to have a meal with Jesus when we eat together in church.
Right.
Yeah. So, I like that story. And what it reminds me of is how Jesus' meal is for everybody. You know, Gorilla had it right. We don't think about Jesus being mad. We just don't think about that. But in that story about the temple, Jesus was mad, and he was mad because they were charging money at the temple and making it where poor people couldn't afford to go to worship. And like only certain people were good enough to worship God. And Jesus wanted to change those rules. Jesus wanted to make sure that everyone could come to worship, and some people didn't like it. And they didn't like him. They wanted to get rid of him, just like the story said. And, you know, that made it a dangerous time for Jesus. Yeah. But he didn't back down or take back what he said. You know, Jesus made sure that everywhere he went, people felt welcomed. All kinds of people. Rich people and poor people. Sick people and well people. People of all skin colors and backgrounds. Adults and children. People who thought they were very good and people who didn't think they were worth much at all. Jesus gathered them all, fed them all, ate with them all, taught them all, welcomed them all, blessed them all. What do you saying over there, Dragon?
He says he could go breathe on the money changers and get rid of them.
Oh! That's a good one, Dragon. That's a good one. Well, Jesus says God's love is for everyone. That's the most important thing about that story. Yeah. Thank you for listening. So we do have a song, and we've been working on this song for 2 weeks now, and this is the 3rd week. And we've already done part of it. If you'll remember, the first part has, you are my strength when I am weak. You are the treasure that I seek. You are my all in all. And then the second part we learned was, when I fall down, you pick me up. When I am dry, you fill my cup. You are my all in all. So we're going to sing that, and then we're going to learn a brand new part. Here we go.
You are my strength when I am weak. You are my treasure that I seek. You are my all in all. When I fall down, you pick me up. When I am dry, you fill my cup. You are my all in all.
Now remember that part and hold on to that. And here's the new part we're going to learn today. Jesus, Lamb of God, worthy is your name. Jesus, Lamb of God, worthy is your name. So that part is not hard. Jesus, Lamb of God, worthy is your name. Jesus, Lamb of God, worthy is your name. Were you listening? Were you listening, Green Gorilla? Are you ready to sing it with us this time? Okay, here we go. Jesus, Lamb of God, worthy is your name. Jesus, Lamb of God, worthy is your name. Now we're going to try to sing it all together. We're going to do it this week and probably next week because we want to learn this, and it takes a little while to learn a new song. So here we go. We're going to start with You Are My Strength When I Am Weak. Are you ready?
You are my strength when I am weak. You are my treasure that I seek. You are my all in all. When I fall down, you pick me up. When I am dry, you fill my cup. You are my all in all. Jesus, Lamb of God, worthy is your name. Jesus, Lamb of God, worthy is your name. That was outstanding. Very nice singing and very nice singing. And I hope you'll come be with us again next time and sing with us. I do want to remind you about the coloring sheets. This week you're going to get 3 coloring sheets. No, this week you still get 2. 7 and 8. 7 and 8. And if you did 5 and 6, I hope you will bring them to the church or scan them and send them into the church so that we can use them on Good Friday. I'm so glad that we're doing the coloring sheets together and that you come and join us every time. Thank you. Thank you for being here.